Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we could play a game. So it's overrated versus underrated model and lifestyle edition. I basically asked ChatGPT to come up with a bunch of statements. There's going to be a statement and then I'll say if I think it's overrated or underrated. And then I might explain a little bit as to why. Let's get into it. Let me put the AC on because it's boiling in India. It's just before the monsoon season, so it's literally so hot, it's insane. The first thing that we have is to do with modeling, and it is being signed to an agency. Is it overrated or is it underrated? I think being signed to an agency is probably underrated. I do think it is important to be signed to an agency because they have so many contacts and they can help you so much in your career. So I would say it's underrated. I think it is good to have a strong representation, and I think your agency is so good in the way that they help you with your accounting, they help you with negotiating, they basically speak to the client, they take care of so much that you don't have to worry about. You can just go turn up on set and do your thing, and you literally just don't have to worry about anything. So I would definitely say it's underrated and it is good to have an agency. Looking perfect, I think it's overrated. I think knowing how to pose is more important than everything looking perfect. I think things can look out of place and not perfect really, but it can still create such a cool image if you own it and you're confident and you know how to pose. Looking perfect is overrated. Knowing how to pose is the right way. Okay, being the prettiest person in the room, overrated. Being more memorable is actually underrated. Show your personality a bit, show who you are, create a vibe, create good energy. I think the final campaign photos, yeah, I would say underrated. I would say I would say overrated, the final campaign photos. I would say it's more about the relationship that you build along the way. Obviously, you do want the images to look really good, but I would say relationships are far more important than the actual image looking the best. There's so many pretty, beautiful people out there, but actually what will keep you going a long way is probably being more memorable in your personality and stuff like that. Getting booked once, I would say it's overrated. I wouldn't even get excited if you've worked with a brand once. It's about getting repeat bookings and doing it again and again, and that's probably what's underrated. So yeah, getting booked once is overrated. Let's do some creator ones. So going viral, overrated. I think having a good loyal audience is more important. Even if you only get 5 views, it's more important to have longevity and kind of create a community. That's way more important than going viral. I've seen people that go viral and their audience literally hate them, they're going viral because they're hated, versus people that are not going viral that get a few comments here and there and they're just loved so much. So going viral is overrated. Your follower count, overrated. I've seen models that have a couple hundred followers that have completely killed it and done huge campaigns. I would say it's completely overrated. I don't think it's so much of a numbers game anymore as it is an aesthetic game. I would say your aesthetic, the kind of brands that you work with, less is more, but putting out good quality things out there. So I would say your follower count is overrated. Expensive camera equipment. Even though I do have expensive camera equipment, that is because of my love for photography. My dad was a photographer. I'm really into photography. I love it. I'm such a geek when it comes to cameras and video cameras and things like that. So I don't think you need it. So I think it's overrated. I think what's more important is good storytelling and creating a good bond with your audience. Posting every day, overrated. I think posting intentionally is the way forward. Beauty and fashion. So we've got following every trend, overrated. Oh my god, guys, I literally tried to do TikTok and I was I'm gonna upload 1 video a day, and I did this whole mini series of girl on the move and when I'm traveling to different countries and stuff, and it exhausted me. I think it's completely overrated. Obviously I was still trying to find my feet in the creator space, and to a certain extent I still am. I'm always learning, but I think it's not about just following every trend, either about creating from a place of authenticity or just knowing what suits you. I would say that's definitely more important over a long period of time. Just really knowing and feeding into what your brand is, your morals, your ethics, what your style is and stuff like that is definitely, it's way more important than following every trend. So I would say that one is overrated. A huge skincare routine, overrated. I don't think it's important to have like 100 different products. I think it's good to have a few simple products that are really good and work for your skin and to have consistency. So I would say having a huge skincare routine is overrated. Perfect hair days. I do love a perfect hair day. I feel like, I don't know if I'm having one today. I feel like my hair, because I just like washed it and I've just put it up, I'm not having a perfect hair day. However, I do know I have healthy hair, so I would say this one is overrated and healthy hair is more underrated. It's better to have healthy hair over a perfect hair day because I feel like healthy hair just looks good whatever you do to it. Okay, discipline. I would say discipline is underrated, and yeah, I think discipline is huge. I think it's definitely underrated. I think the success of you and you becoming a successful person, etc., etc., is definitely in your daily routine. So I would say that one is underrated. Sleep, underrated. I don't like it when people are like, oh, I'm going to sleep for 2-3 hours a night. You are going to crash and burn. Like, your body rejuvenates when you sleep. So I think sleep is so important. It's so important to get a good night's sleep. I love sleep. I love sleeping. I know that's when I rejuvenate. You have to give your body like time off to heal itself physically, because your body is like the cell turnover and stuff like that. It's all happening in your sleep. So I would say sleep is underrated. Being busy, overrated. You don't want to be busy all the time. Busy doing what? I would rather be building consistently towards something that I care about than just randomly having a million things to do, like going on a random night out, going on a random coffee date with somebody, doing this randomly. Like, it's overrated. I would say having energy for the right things is the way forward. Okay, restrictive diets are overrated. I wouldn't say that I restrict myself when it comes to my diet. I would say that I consciously am aware of what I'm putting into my body and what I'm fueling myself with. I have actually had to eat more to see a difference in my body. When I was under eating, I had like a lot of skinny fat and things were not toned and things were like not looking good. And then when I started exercising and eating more, I started building muscle and everything got tighter, lifted, and I started to see that I look more sculpted and toned. So I would say, yeah, I would say restrictive diets are overrated. They're out, and eating enough protein is in. Travel. So luxury hotels, I would say they're underrated. I know this is probably a controversial one, but I love a luxury hotel. Like, I do like to stay in a nice place. It doesn't necessarily have to be luxury, like, you know, a huge rating or things like that. Just like a good hotel that has good quality things. Like, even if it's just a family run hotel, it's nice to have like home cooked food, like really nice towels, good soaps and things like that. Like, I do appreciate that. That one is probably a bit of a controversial one, and people could probably be like, I would rather stay in like a crappy hotel but have great locations. But I personally do care about where I'm staying. I've tried both sides of the coin, and I just like a nice hotel. Constantly traveling, I feel like that is a little bit overrated. It is nice to travel and get new experiences and see new countries for sure. Like, I can't say it's not, because I do it a lot, but like, I always make sure when I'm traveling and moving, I definitely put a lot of energy and effort into my living space. So I make sure I'm very comfortable. Like, everybody knows this about me. I'll take like an extra suitcase if I have to, or buy loads of things when I'm out there. And I'll definitely create like my home comforts. Like, my room now is definitely kitted out so that I just have everything that I would. I've kind of replicated my wardrobe and my living space back home, because I think having a nice home space is really important. You don't necessarily have to travel the world, and you might be an older soul that's actually already done it all in a previous lifetime. If you're not really that into traveling, you might have traveled over like multiple lifetimes and now just find comfort in just kind of grounding in your home, and that's absolutely fine as well, because you know, you can travel in your inner world, and that's amazing. Now we're going to do some to do with dating and life. So the spark, I think it's overrated. I think the spark is overrated. I think consistency and just having a nice partner that's constantly there for you and has your back is underrated. So yeah, the spark is overrated. 2026, who even cares about the spark anymore? Like, I think girls are just over it, and we're like, the spark for what? Like, what are you showing me? Yeah, the spark is like not tangible. I don't like that. I like tangible consistency. grown men actions when they're like going to show you, not tell you, show you consistency. And having a stable partner and like grounded and stuff, that's what I find attractive. So the spark is overrated. Okay, playing hard to get, overrated. We like clear, consistent communication. It's completely overrated. Being liked by everyone. I do not want to be liked by everyone. I want to be respected by the people I want to be respected by, or the person I want to be respected by. Being liked by everyone, I don't even think like that's something to be proud of. I think it's better to want to be liked by your niche, because then you know you're probably doing something right, because then you put a lot of effort into being this like unique person as opposed to just being for the masses. And I think that indicates and reflects like not really knowing who you are if you're just for everyone. So yeah, no, I would say it's overrated. Okay, self-trust, underrated. To trust yourself is so important. I would say the opposite of that would be external validation, and I think that that is definitely overrated. I think in this day and age, a lot of things are about numbers, you know, how you look, what you're wearing, who you're friends with, and stuff like that. And it's all outside of yourself. It's all external validation. So I would say self-trust, being grounded and knowing who you are is definitely underrated. Looking successful, overrated. I think feeling content and being a happy person and feeling fulfilled is the main thing. So I would say looking successful. Anything where it just looks on the outside is overrated, because ultimately, yeah, it's cool or whatever, and like you're doing it, but then at the end of the day, what have you got that's like tangible that you can hold on to from that situation? You know what I mean? Whereas actually, if you're feeling fulfilled and you've worked on feeling fulfilled without needing the external validation, then you're not constantly going to get pulled left, right, and center like a puppet. Because if you constantly need other people to tell you you're great, you're good, then you're putting so much of your self-worth into another person. So I would say being fulfilled internally and liking yourself is definitely the way forward. So yeah, I would say looking successful is overrated. Okay, and then should we do a couple more? Okay, so having few friends, I think it's underrated. I think it's so nice to have like a few good quality friends that you can go the whole way with, and you can really invest in the friendship like this way, basically, like deeper, as opposed to going outwards and just having a lot of friends and having like superficial kind of shallow relationships. So I would say having a few good friends is underrated, and having lots of people that love you is kind of overrated. Packing loads of outfits is overrated. I think taking a few staple items that you can kind of keep mixing and matching and stay within your sense of style is the way forward. Looking expensive, I would say that this is overrated, and I would say looking polished is the way forward. Like, you could, yeah, have a load of designer stuff, and I'm not gonna lie, I do like designer stuff and I have designer stuff, but I also have high street stuff. When I wear certain things, people most of the time can't tell if it's high street or designer, because I take care of making sure that I look polished. When you look polished, you can kind of pull anything off in an expensive way. You don't necessarily have to have like a lot of expensive stuff. Like, have you ever seen people that just have everything designer, but it's like neon branded like logos, and it's like it kind of looks like a bit tack, as opposed to someone that probably wears like more high street stuff, but they just carry it very well because they know how to style it and what belt and what earrings, and they know how to elevate their wardrobe. I would say that looking expensive is overrated. Looking polished, underrated. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, we're going to end on this one. Brand trips. I would say brand trips are overrated, because it can just be like a one-off brand trip. Okay, we're flying you out to like this resort, and then they'll make you do like 100 million things. I would say that what is more underrated is probably having consistent brand partnerships where they're actually giving you a budget and they're trusting in you to create something for the brand. I would say that is far more underrated. I've been invited to so many random events in London where they're like, hey Shivani, do you want to come to this? And then that's it, full stop, I'll never hear from them again. It's been like a nice lunch or a nice dinner, but it's just more of an exchange of, oh, she's going to post this on her story. And it's that quick exchange of like, they're going to get quick followers. So yeah, I would say brand trips, no, I would say they're overrated, and consistent brand relationships are underrated. Okay guys, this was fun. I liked doing this as a little quick fire thing. I thought it was cute. I'll do another one of these soon. Let me know like if there's any particular topic that you want me to kind of do it on, like whether it just be like just relationships or just modeling or just lifestyle or anything like that in the comments, and I'll do another one if you guys like this. I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day. I have the whole day off. I was supposed to have a test shoot today with some friends, like a makeup artist and a photographer, and then it got cancelled. So now I'm like, what do I do with myself for the whole day? I think I'm just gonna order a matcha now and then scope out what I want my day to look like. And yeah, honestly guys, this was fun. So I will see you guys in my next video.